Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to remember a familiar name, only to recall it hours later? Occasional forgetfulness becomes more common as we age. But researchers continue studying how nutrition may help support normal brain function and healthy aging over the long term. While no single food can prevent memory decline or guarantee a sharper mind, certain foods provide nutrients that researchers believe play important roles in supporting brain health. Today, we'll explore 8 foods that may naturally support memory after 60, along with what current research says about keeping the brain healthy as we grow older. The final food on today's list is one many people already have in their kitchen, yet few realize it's consistently included in healthy dietary patterns studied for brain health. Hello, I'm Dr. Natalie, and welcome to Men's Health Today. Our goal is to help men over 50 better understand healthy aging through evidence-based medical education. If you enjoy learning about heart health, nutrition, memory, prostate health, and longevity, consider subscribing so you don't miss our future videos. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be considered medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Memory changes can have many different causes, including normal aging, sleep quality, medications, medical conditions, emotional health, and nutritional status. This video discusses foods that researchers continue studying as part of healthy dietary patterns. It is not intended to diagnose, prevent, or treat memory disorders. If you have persistent or worsening memory concerns, please consult a qualified healthcare professional for individualized evaluation. Now, let's begin. Meet Michael. Michael is 69 years old. Lately, he'd noticed small moments of forgetfulness. Nothing dramatic, just occasionally misplacing his reading glasses, forgetting where he parked, or needing a little longer to remember someone's name. His family reassured him that occasional memory lapses can happen with age. Still, he became curious about whether everyday lifestyle habits, including nutrition, could help support long-term brain health. During a routine medical visit, his doctor explained that while no food can guarantee better memory, researchers continue finding that overall dietary patterns may play an important role in supporting healthy brain function as we age. That conversation encouraged Michael to look beyond individual superfoods and focus on building healthier eating habits over time. Michael's experience is one many older adults can relate to. Researchers continue emphasizing that brain health is influenced by many factors, including sleep, physical activity, cardiovascular health, social engagement, and nutrition. Let's begin with the first food. Food 1: fatty fish. Salmons, sardines, mackerel, and trout are examples of fatty fish commonly included in healthy dietary patterns. Researchers continue studying these fish because they provide omega-3 fatty acids, nutrients that are naturally present in brain tissue, and play important roles in normal brain function. This doesn't mean eating fish automatically improves memory. Instead, research suggests that including omega-3 rich foods as part of an overall balanced diet may help support healthy aging. Many dietary patterns associated with long-term health include fish regularly, although the ideal amount varies depending on individual preferences and nutritional needs. Do I need to eat fish every day to support brain health? Not necessarily. Researchers generally focus on overall dietary patterns rather than one specific food eaten every day. Healthy eating is built through consistency over time, not perfection. One of the most important findings in nutrition research is that brain health is rarely supported by a single food. Instead, researchers continue emphasizing dietary patterns that include a variety of nutrient-dense foods working together over many years. The next food is something many people enjoy with breakfast. Yet, surprisingly, researchers have been studying it for decades because of the nutrients it naturally contains. Let's continue with food number 2. Food 2: eggs. Eggs have been part of the human diet for generations. Researchers continue studying eggs because they naturally contain several nutrients involved in normal brain function, including choline, a nutrient the body uses to help produce acetylcholine, a chemical messenger involved in memory and learning. While scientists continue investigating exactly how dietary choline influences long-term cognitive health, eggs remain one of the richest natural food sources of this nutrient. Of course, eggs are only one part of a balanced eating pattern. Researchers consistently remind us that no single food determines brain health on its own. Should everyone eat eggs every day for memory? Not necessarily. Individual nutritional needs vary depending on overall health, dietary preferences, and medical history. Researchers generally recommend focusing on a varied, balanced diet rather than relying heavily on one particular food. One of the biggest misconceptions about nutrition is the search for a single brain food. Current research continues pointing toward overall dietary quality rather than any one ingredient as the more important factor in supporting healthy aging. The next food has been studied extensively, not only for heart health, but also for its possible role in supporting healthy brain aging. Let's continue with food number 3. Food 3, leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and other leafy greens are rich in vitamins, minerals, and naturally occurring plant compounds. Researchers continue studying these vegetables because they provide nutrients such as vitamin K, folate, lutein, and other antioxidants, all of which are being investigated for their potential role in supporting healthy brain aging. Again, this doesn't mean leafy greens prevent memory loss. Instead, they contribute to overall dietary patterns that researchers repeatedly associate with healthy aging. Many well-known eating patterns, including the Mediterranean-style diet and the MIND diet, regularly include leafy green vegetables. Do cooked vegetables provide the same benefits as raw vegetables? Both cooked and raw vegetables can contribute valuable nutrients. Depending on the vegetable and the cooking method, certain nutrients may become easier to absorb, while others are better preserved when eaten raw. Researchers generally encourage eating a variety of vegetables prepared in different ways. One consistent finding across nutrition research is that colorful, minimally processed plant foods provide a wide range of nutrients that work together. That's one reason healthcare professionals often encourage variety instead of focusing on a single superfood. Before we continue, have you noticed something about today's list? None of these foods are exotic, none require expensive supplements, and none promise miraculous improvements in memory. That's because researchers continue emphasizing that healthy brain aging is supported by long-term dietary patterns, not quick fixes. The next 4 foods are found in many kitchens, and one of them has been studied so extensively that it appears in numerous research papers on healthy aging. Let's continue. Food 4, blueberries. Blueberries are among the most studied fruits in nutrition research. Researchers continue investigating blueberries because they naturally contain anthocyanins, plant compounds responsible for their deep blue color. Anthocyanins belong to a group of naturally occurring compounds called flavonoids, which scientists continue studying for their role in healthy aging. While blueberries should never be viewed as a treatment for memory problems, they can be part of a varied eating pattern rich in fruits and vegetables. Researchers often point out that eating a wide variety of colorful fruits provides many different beneficial plant compounds working together. Do frozen blueberries provide the same nutrients as fresh ones? In many cases, yes. Frozen fruit is often processed shortly after harvest, helping preserve many of its naturally occurring nutrients. Researchers generally encourage increasing fruit intake in whatever form best fits a person's lifestyle and preferences. One important message from nutrition research is that consistency matters far more than perfection. Regularly including a variety of fruits in the diet over many years is far more meaningful than occasionally eating one food because it's labeled a superfood. The next food isn't actually a food by itself. It's one of the healthiest cooking ingredients found in traditional Mediterranean-style eating patterns. Let's continue with food number 5. Food 5, extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil has been studied extensively as part of the Mediterranean dietary pattern. Researchers continue examining olive oil because it naturally contains monounsaturated fats, fat and plant compounds called polyphenols. Rather than focusing on olive oil alone, scientists often study it as one component of an overall eating pattern rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, fish, and whole grains. Again, no single ingredient guarantees better memory, but dietary patterns including olive oil continue receiving significant attention in healthy aging research. Does using more olive oil automatically improve brain health? No. Researchers study olive oil as part of an overall balanced dietary pattern, not as an isolated solution. Healthy eating is always about the bigger picture. One of the most consistent findings in nutrition science is that foods rarely work in isolation. Instead, researchers continue exploring how combinations of healthy foods interact over many years to support overall health, including healthy brain aging. We've now reached the final 3 foods, and they're probably the most familiar items on today's list. One is a simple snack, another is a common beverage, and the final food has become one of the defining features of some of the world's healthiest dietary patterns. Let's continue with food number 6. Food T6, walnuts. Walnuts are unique among tree nuts because they naturally provide alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. They also contain vitamin E, polyphenols, and other naturally occurring compounds that researchers continue investigating for their role in healthy aging. Current research doesn't suggest that eating walnuts alone improves memory. Instead, walnuts are frequently included in dietary patterns associated with cardiovascular and brain health. Since the brain depends on healthy blood flow, researchers continue exploring how heart health and brain health are closely connected. Are walnuts better than other nuts? Different nuts provide different nutrients. Researchers generally recommend eating a variety of unsalted nuts rather than focusing exclusively on one particular type. The overall dietary pattern remains far more important than any individual food. One fascinating area of current research is the relationship between cardiovascular health and brain health. Scientists continue finding that many lifestyle habits supporting a healthy heart may also help support healthy brain aging. That's another reminder that the body works as one connected system. The next item isn't actually a food, it's one of the world's most popular beverages. For years, researchers have been studying whether moderate consumption may fit within healthy aging dietary patterns. Let's continue with food number 7. Food 7, coffee. Coffee has become one of the most extensively studied beverages in nutrition science. Researchers continue investigating coffee because it naturally contains caffeine and numerous plant compounds called polyphenols. Current research has explored possible relationships between moderate coffee consumption and various aspects of healthy aging, including cognitive health. However, scientists also emphasize that coffee isn't appropriate for everyone. Individual responses vary depending on factors such as sleep quality, medications, medical conditions, and caffeine sensitivity. This is why researchers avoid making broad recommendations based on coffee alone. Instead, they continue studying how it fits within an overall healthy lifestyle. Does drinking more coffee improve memory? Current evidence does not support the idea that simply drinking more coffee improves memory. Researchers continue studying moderate coffee consumption within the context of overall dietary patterns rather than viewing it as a solution by itself. Nutrition science often reminds us that context matters. A food or beverage that's appropriate for one person may not be ideal for another. Individual health history always plays an important role when considering dietary choices. We've reached the final food, and it's probably the simplest item on today's list. In fact, it's been part of traditional diets around the world for centuries and appears consistently in some of the healthiest eating patterns researchers have ever studied. Let's finish with food number 8. Food 8, beans and lentils. Beans, lentils, and other legumes have long been recognized as nutritious staple foods. They naturally provide fiber, plant protein, folate, magnesium, and numerous vitamins and minerals. Researchers continue studying legumes because they're regularly included in dietary patterns associated with healthy aging, including the Mediterranean diet and other balanced eating plans. Their combination of nutrients makes them valuable contributors to overall nutrition, and researchers continue exploring how healthy dietary patterns rich in plant foods may support long-term brain health. Again, no single food prevents memory decline, but beans and lentils are another excellent example of how simple, everyday foods can contribute to an overall nutrient-rich diet. Do I need to eat all 8 of these foods every week? Not necessarily. Researchers consistently encourage variety. The goal isn't to eat every food on one list, but to build a balanced eating pattern that includes a wide range of nutrient-dense foods over time. Perhaps the most encouraging message from decades of nutrition research is that healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated. Many of the foods repeatedly studied for healthy aging are affordable, familiar, and already available in most grocery stores. Small, consistent habits practiced over many years often matter far more than chasing the latest nutrition trend. Let's quickly review today's 8 foods that researchers continue studying for their role in supporting healthy brain aging. Fatty fish, eggs, leafy green vegetables, blueberries, extra virgin olive oil, walnuts, coffee beans, and lentils. Each of these foods contributes different nutrients that researchers believe may help support normal brain function as part of an overall balanced eating pattern. But there's one message that appears again and again throughout decades of nutrition research. No single food protects memory by itself. Instead, healthy brain aging appears to be supported by consistent lifestyle habits. Researchers continue finding that nutrition works alongside many other important factors, including regular physical activity, quality sleep, managing blood pressure, staying socially engaged, keeping the mind active, not smoking, managing chronic health conditions. These habits work together over many years to support overall brain health. Can eating these foods prevent dementia? Current scientific evidence does not show that any single food can prevent dementia or guarantee protection against memory disorders. Researchers continue studying how long-term dietary patterns may support healthy cognitive aging, but brain health depends on many different factors. Is it too late to improve my diet after 60? Researchers generally agree that healthy lifestyle habits can be beneficial at any age. While earlier healthy habits are always encouraged, it's never too late to begin making positive changes that support overall health and well-being. What's the most important takeaway? Don't focus on finding one miracle food. Instead, aim to build a balanced eating pattern filled with a variety of vegetables, fruits, legumes, healthy fats, grains, nuts, and lean proteins. Researchers can consistently suggest that small, sustainable habits practiced over many years are more meaningful than dramatic short-term dietary changes. I hope today's video has given you a better understanding of the foods researchers continue studying for their potential role in supporting healthy brain aging. Remember, maintaining memory isn't about finding one perfect ingredient. It's about combining healthy nutrition with good sleep, regular physical activity, social connection, and routine medical care. Together, these habits create a strong foundation for healthy aging. If you found today's video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future evidence-based men's health videos. I'd also love to hear from you. Which of these 8 foods do you already include in your weekly meals? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.